Now on CoastTV News.
What a game, what a season, what a team. The greatest Eagles team in modern history. Eagles fans, savor it and rejoice.
The words of Merrill Reese as the Eagles fly to victory, how it happened, and the reaction after the win for the Birds.
We're looking at a calm and chilly Monday for Delmarva. Then a winter storm late Tuesday into Wednesday brings accumulating snow, then rain and milder conditions after that. I'll pinpoint the snow on Futurecast next.
We look at what Rehoboth Beach commissioners are considering and where they want to make additions.
Open land in Lewis, the action that could take place today involving this area that is being considered for development.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And you are looking live at the Superdome in New Orleans, the site of Super Bowl 59. The Superdome all lit up in green, the site of one of the greatest moments in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. It was there, inside that building, just hours ago, that the Eagles routed the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 to win their second Super Bowl title and fifth league championship overall. What a great morning to be an Eagles fan.
For sure.
I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. It's February 10th, 2025. And the Eagles won Super Bowl 59. Fans set off some wild celebrations in the streets of Philadelphia. We have some video on your screen right now, and not the most safe of crowds as some fireworks being set off in the streets in Center City. And if you are familiar with the Philadelphia area, that is the area of Chestnut Street.
Boy, shocked that Eagles fans lighting fireworks in the streets. Here is the reason for all that sea of humanity. The Eagles routed. This was a rout of the Kansas City Chiefs. Final score was 40-22. It was not even as close as that might indicate. Jalen Hurts was named MVP. He passed for 2 touchdowns, rushed for another. The Eagles are once again Super Bowl champs, and we'll have more on the game as we continue with CoastTV News Today. Thank you for being up with us during the 6 o'clock hour, the emotional ride of being a sports fans. And for those who root for the Eagles, they get the payoff today.
I think my favorite is seeing them do snow angels in the confetti. That's got to be such a good feeling, especially after 2 years ago. But we're going to turn the page to snow, but actual snow. We're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Bob, snow is in our future.
Yeah, you'll be able to do snow angels here in Delmarva by tomorrow evening. But until then, we're looking at quiet conditions out the door this morning. It's cold. Temperatures in the mid-30s, 34 in Georgetown, Bethany Beach 36, 35 in Rehoboth and Salisbury, waking up to 35 degrees. Winds are pretty much calm inland areas, a little bit of a breeze along the coast. And we are looking at mid to high level clouds. And you see some radar activity, some white indicating snow, green rain. A lot of this is falling aloft. If it's hitting the ground, maybe a sprinkle or a flurry. Otherwise, high pressure keeping us high and dry. There's a little disturbance to the south. We're watching a much bigger storm taking shape across the southwest. That'll move into the plains with rain and snow, then head our way tomorrow. But we're in good shape today. Mid-30s this morning. We've got some clouds out there. Then by 11, we're into the sunshine, 30s and low 40s at that time. By 2 o'clock, 43 in Millsboro, Milton 42, Salisbury 44, but some cooler 30s at the coast. And then we go all the way to Tuesday, and that's where the snow starts to build in, probably by Tuesday afternoon. Here's your drivecast for today. This morning, I gave it the green light, dry roads, good visibility, and then still the green light this evening, dry and chilly. But we're looking at accumulating snow building in later Tuesday. I'll have much more on that code red coming up a little later on.
Bob, and for continued coverage of this expected winter storm on Tuesday night, listen to all of our radio stations, download our Coast TV News First Alert Weather app, and follow our live updates. We are your source for this winter event. And also tune into Coast Life today at 4 p.m. to hear straight from our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams about what to expect ahead of this storm.
DelDOT crews have been preparing all weekend for yet another wintry situation. That includes brining roads. I urge drivers to give crews space for theirs and your safety as they prep those roads. As we move on, new this morning, the continued work to finalize the 2026 fiscal year budget in Rehoboth Beach. We actually have a copy of this. We've been going through it. And this is what will be presented at this afternoon's meeting with the city commissioners and Mayor Stan Mills. Now, right now, they are looking at a preliminary figure of nearly $44 million. That's an increase of over $5 million from what was approved for 2025. According to the proposed budget plans, Rehoboth Beach is looking to increase the pay for lifeguards and add 8 part-time ones. The goal is to vote on the budget on March 21st.
Staying in Rehoboth Beach, new charging ports at the convention center for electric vehicles are being reviewed. There are 2 different types of chargers that could be installed, two dual port chargers and 1 level 3 dual port charger. The commissioners are also exploring getting a partial rebate for Delmarva Power for those charging stations. And also in Rehoboth Beach, you may remember commissioners discussed possibly removing the Grove Park Canal dock in late January. This was after cracks were found, and the city says it did not see much use for that structure. Beacon Engineering is set to lead a new presentation on that dock at that same meeting.
Happening today, we could see action by the Lewis City Council on a proposed development. It's the latest attempt to bring more housing to the coast. Mayor Andrew Williams and the council will hold another hearing on the area that's known as Overfall Preserve. The developers want to bring 90 townhomes along with amenities off of Savannah Road. In January, the Planning Commission discussed recommendations dealing with traffic and safety concerns. This included ideas for street lighting and open space.
You may remember a few months ago, Big Lots announced they were closing all stores across the country. Since then, a few hundred locations have been bought and will remain open, but Milford is not one of those locations staying open. The entire store is discounted. Even the shelves are for sale. Some shoppers say they are heartbroken.
It's always sad when a store closes, a small store, and there's a lot of memories with it, a lot of personal things that I would look for when I was in there, so it's just kind of sad to see it close.
CoastTV spoke with one employee who said the Milford Big Lots is expected to close in the next few weeks, but there is no official date yet.
Now taking a live look at the White House, Washington, D.C., President Trump threatening more tariffs as soon as this week. He's also defending Elon Musk's efforts in slashing government spending and the federal workforce. It has been a flurry of activity since the start of his term last month.
NBC's Alice Barr shows us the pushback by Democrats and the reactions to these new fees.
President Trump returning to Washington overnight after becoming the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl, making news before he stepped in the stadium with a new tariff announcement on imported steel and aluminum.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
And promising more tariffs are coming on countries that tax American exports. The growing list poised to potentially drive up costs for American consumers. While in a taped Super Bowl pre-show interview, the president defended Elon Musk's cost-cutting moves to slash federal agencies.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it.
Indicating the Departments of Education and Defense are next in the crosshairs and pushing back against judges who have temporarily blocked some of Musk's Department of Government Efficiency actions and access.
I disagree with it 100%. I think it's crazy, and we have to solve the efficiency problem.
As Vice President J.D. Vance wrote, judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power, all adding to Democrats' alarm about the separation of powers.
We are at a point where we are basically on the cusp of a constitutional crisis, seeing this administration taking steps that are so clearly illegal.
With Democrats unwilling to co-sign the Trump administration's moves, a bipartisan government funding bill is in peril, building toward a potential government shutdown next month. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, Super Challenge at the Food Bank of Delaware. We'll tell you about their goal for collecting cans and stocking its supply.
Also, a win inked into history. We'll tell you what one fan's tradition of tattoos means for them after another Eagles win.
And Rehoboth Beach website makeover, when the city says you can expect to see the changes reflected online. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Ready to upgrade your style? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. From refined performance to elevated design and tech, your new Camry is waiting with deals just a click away. Right now, buy a new Toyota Camry with low 4.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
No other artist has been able to have this kind of effect.
Her impact is so much more than just being an artist who puts out music.
It's welcoming, unifying community.
The Swift Effect, Episode 4, Saturday, February 15th at noon on Coast TV. Sponsored locally on Coast TV by Pohanka Kia, delivering dreams to driveways.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, keeping the lights on is a team effort, and our team broke a reliability record in 2024. Members experienced a nearly 20% drop in outages, and our crews have never restored power faster. Our success is a result of dedicated engineers, careful planning, tree trimming, and the use of advanced technology that can self-heal power lines and equipment. And not only has co-op power never been more reliable, it's also the most affordable in the state of Delaware.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico.
6:11 on this dry and chilly Monday morning. Seeing some clouds out there on the Bay Health Cam in Milford, 33. Maybe a flurry or sprinkle, otherwise mainly dry. It looks like everybody, all locations are above freezing right now, but it's cold and a little bit of a breeze out of the north adding to the chill. We are seeing, we'll call it mostly cloudy skies, and there is a little bit of snow and rain aloft right now. There's a little disturbance sliding to our south, so a sprinkle or flurry is possible, but the main event is tomorrow. What size coffee? As Matt says, I always go extra large. No surprise there, a little blooper cream. And whatever you're drinking, make sure it's a nice warm beverage. 43 today, chilly and dry conditions.
Thank you, Bob. In celebration of Black History Month, the Rehoboth Beach Black American Film Festival is back for its 5th year. It takes place from February 21st through the 23rd at the Cinema Arts Center in Lewis, and the festival will showcase award-winning films, and receptions are set for 6 p.m.
Also in the nation's summer capital, there are changes coming to the city's website. Right now, the domain is cityofrehoboth.com. Officials say a new website that will be up and running on Wednesday will be found as rehobothbeachde.gov.
Gamers who use Sony's PlayStation Network are connected once again after a massive outage knocked out service that lasted about 24 hours. That outage happened on Friday night, and Sony says PlayStation Network has about 116 million monthly users. Back in 2011, almost all of PlayStation's network subscribers lost access to its service for nearly a month following a data breach. Right now, it is unclear what caused the most recent outage.
Elon Musk says he has no plans to buy TikTok. The CEO of X, Tesla, and SpaceX said he had not put in a bid to buy the social media site. The Chinese-owned app has been set to be banned over national security concerns on January 20th, but President Trump gave the site's owners 75 days to sell TikTok to an American buyer, or it may have to shut down.
Still ahead, when Inked into History will tell you why one fan is defending his choice to get an Eagles tattoo before they had actually won the big game.
Still pretty dark out there. Here's the tunnel and razor cam. 36 in Lewis right now. We've got some clouds, but a calm and chilly Monday on the way. Then another round of accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday. Then after that, rain and milder. So the snow not sticking around all that long. I'll track the snow and have amounts coming up in my full forecast in 2 minutes.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 107.7. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture and North Star Heating and Air Conditioning.
Come home to Crawl Street Tavern, where everyone's a local. Home to the Crawl Daddy Light Craft Beer. Start your day off right with breakfast classics. Indulge in your favorite pub grub. Amazing wings and killer crab cakes. Live music every weekend. located on Waikamago Street, just steps away from the Ocean City Boardwalk.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Time is 6:16, and we're getting a live look at the early morning scene in South Milford. Not a bad start to the week, Bob, but you are tracking some bad weather coming up.
Yeah, some more winter weather, Matt. In fact, we're looking at accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday. This time around, it's not going to stick around very long because we're not going to have brutally cold air following it like we did with the storm earlier in January. But today, chilly. It's the calm before the storm. So get your supplies, get the food, get the snow removal equipment and all that good stuff, because later Tuesday into Wednesday, that's when we're looking at accumulating snow, mixing with, and I think changing to rain sometime on Wednesday. But we already have a winter storm watch. This goes into effect tomorrow afternoon. It continues until Wednesday 1 p.m. for all of Sussex County, including Seaford to Georgetown, Lewis, down to Ocean View as well. And it also includes areas like Salisbury and Snow Hill, Cambridge, and Easton, and that goes until 10 a.m. Wednesday morning. And we're not alone. Really, much of Delmarva, southern Jersey, the D.C. area is under a winter storm watch. Already winter storm warnings now, Harrisonburg through Spotsylvania and Richmond. And I suspect we'll probably go from a watch to a warning as we go into tomorrow as the snow gets closer. We're looking at temperatures now into the mid-30s. Everybody above freezing, 34 in Delmar, 34 in Georgetown, with a light northerly breeze. So the cold air continues to funnel in as we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. Radar is showing a little bit of snow and rain, especially southern tip of Delmarva. A lot of this is falling a lot, but maybe a few sprinkles or flurries if you travel south into the Norfolk area, but it's mainly high pressure. But then we go to the west. We're looking at our storm developing now across the Four Corners area. That will move into the plains with rain and snow and then start to head our way later tomorrow afternoon. So here's Futurecast this morning. We're in the mid-30s. We have some clouds. Otherwise, I think we'll clear it out as we go through the day. It's going to be a chilly day by early afternoon into the lower 40s. And then this evening, it's clear and chilly. Then by Tuesday morning, we're starting to thicken up the clouds. We're into the mid to upper 30s. So I think we're above freezing as the snow starts. Then as the snow moves in mid-afternoon, the temperatures will start to drop. We'll start to see that snow sticking to grassy surfaces, metal objects. And then once the sun goes down, I think that snow starts to accumulate on the roads, getting slushy and snow covered with temperatures just above freezing. And then that snow continues into Wednesday morning. Then I think it starts to break up a little bit as we go into, say, 8 a.m. and maybe even a little bit of rain moving in from the south as the system warms up a little bit, maybe some drizzle later in the day. Here's this pinkish color showing snow, some sleet and rain from Salisbury to Snow Hill and Ocean View. But then north and west of that line, it's mainly snow for the rest of us. Right now, I'm thinking 3 to 6 inches across a good chunk of Sussex County, maybe closer to 3 at the beaches where you'll have more of a rain and sleet mix with closer to 6 inland. And then north of Highway 9, at least 6 inches of snow. We're not done there because there's another system that moves in Wednesday night with heavier rain. This system looks a little warmer, probably washing all the snow away, and that rain continues into Thursday morning, and then that system starts to move out. Could see at least an inch of rain as we head into late Wednesday and Thursday, and those rain tallies will continue to go up towards the end of the week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, calm today, and then the code red goes into effect tomorrow afternoon and evening for accumulating snow, and then that snow changing to rain Wednesday with a yellow alert. Still showery on Thursday, 52, but a lot of that snow melting away. Valentine's Day is dry, 39, and then more rain for the upcoming weekend.
Bob, Eagle fans are celebrating a Super Bowl win, and some fans have taken their fandom up a level. You may remember John Hill on Coast TV 2 years ago. That's the last time the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. Well, he was back at it again at Broadkill Tattoo Company for this year's big game. Coast TV asked John if he was scared of jinxing the win, but he says getting the tattoo early, it's all part of his ritual for the Birds to win.
This is going to help to win. Joe does his own mojo too. That's what I was saying. I was trying to think of something. We had to get something done. But we are going to definitely be win this time. Okay. The Chiefs are not going to do it 3 times.
Eagle fans have John to thank for getting that Super Bowl win. This ink marks the 5th Eagles-themed tattoo he has, but he says his favorite is still his first one.
Wow. Well, up next, a super challenge at the Food Bank of Delaware. We'll tell you how you can help the organization reach their goal by next week. Don't go anywhere.
Transform your bathroom from ordinary to stunning in a snap with Shower Glass. At Shower Glass, we provide fast turnaround time, professional installation, and a lifetime warranty. Our pricing is competitive. We don't need a copy of someone else's quote to get you the best possible price. Now you can replace your curtain with a semi-frameless shower door starting at $13.50. Shower Glass, it's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
At Patio Systems, integrity is the pillar of our craft, creating outdoor havens that stand the test of time. Expand your outdoor season with the shore's best selection of screens and glass enclosures, pergolas, retractable awnings, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems. Visit our new showroom located on Coastal Highway and experience our products firsthand, or schedule a free consultation with our friendly staff. Be on the lookout for our sales now through March 1st at Patio Systems, locally owned and operated since 2001.
Accidents happen when you least expect them. Big or small, when accidents strike, things can get a little complicated. This is where the Law Office of Trap-Nickel steps in. Our experienced team fights for your rights, turning tough situations into significant compensation. If you've suffered an injury, claim the justice you're entitled to. The Law Office of Trap-Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
The big game has left its mark on Delmarva, and with football often comes food, but many people across Delaware experience food insecurity. Now a different kind of Super Bowl is working to change that. The Food Bank of Delaware in Milford is collecting soup cans that will go to their healthy pantry centers that serve more than 100 people each day. One volunteer says soup makes perfect sense.
It's very nutritious, it's something that everyone likes, and of course it's cold out, so it's something that's very appealing to the folks who come through here at the Healthy Pantry. We try to encourage people to donate food that's healthy and that's easy to prepare.
The food bank's goal is to collect 2,025 pounds of soup by February 17th.
That is coming up. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention published its weekly research report Thursday. This is the first time since President Trump took office. However, 3 studies about the bird flu were missing from the Morbidity and Mortality Weekly report. That's according to a person familiar with the situation. Those missing studies come as bird flu continues to spread in dairy, cattle, poultry, and other animals across the U.S.
A new government study says alcohol can seriously harm your liver if you have belly fat, diabetes, or high blood pressure. The study looked at cases of nearly 41,000 people, and researchers found that drinking alcohol more than doubles the risk of serious liver damage if you have large belly or diabetes. Drinking nearly doubles the risk for those with high blood pressure, and moreover, many doctors say drinking damages liver cells trying to metabolize alcohol, which can lead to additional fat buildup.
Millions of baked goods being pulled off the shelves over listeria concerns. The Food and Drug Administration stepping up its recall of 60 baked products. This includes a variety of donuts, cinnamon sticks, crullers, and fritters manufactured by the pastry wholesaler FGF Brands.
Matt, I know you were disappointed. You said you wanted to go to the beach, but I think you should prepare for the snow instead.
That's what it sounds like. Instead of a little shovel to build a sandcastle, might need that big shovel to plow the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But that's tomorrow. That's going to come up tomorrow evening. But today, we're in good shape at the beaches, Assateague and Chincoteague. Clouds this morning, maybe a sprinkle or a flurry, more sunshine this afternoon, but cold. Temperatures in the 30s and low 40s. Up the coast a bit in Fenwick Island and Ocean City. You're starting out in the 30s. And you're only getting into the low 40s with a mix of sun and clouds. On the bay side, we're dry today in Cambridge, but then the snow builds in later Tuesday into Tuesday night, and then that snow changing to rain on Wednesday, and then similar conditions for Crisfield with accumulating snow, and then a wintry mix and then rain on Wednesday. So a very active pattern coming up with wintry precipitation, then rain, then milder temperatures. Much more in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Break on Coast TV News today. The Milford Big Lots is set to close for good, and we'll show you what items are discounted and how shoppers are feeling.
Also, beach budget in the works. We'll tell you what Rehoboth officials are considering for the fiscal year 2026 budget.
And Philadelphia is flying high after the Birds' big win. We'll show you more of these celebrations as Coast TV News today continues after the break.
Before I had my hearing loss treated at Mass Audiology, I had a hard time trying to participate in daily activities. Now I can hear.
If you're having trouble hearing, you should schedule a diagnostic hearing evaluation with an audiologist. If a hearing aid is necessary, the audiologist should prescribe a hearing aid and verify it using real ear measurements to ensure that it fits your needs. Call Mass Audiology and ask how Signia hearing aids can treat your hearing loss. To learn more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Buble is ruthless.
I used my block. I used it the right way. I used my block. I got you on my team today.
And you're learning how to rap. And not very well.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
The world's worst serial killers broke free. The longer they're out there, the more dangerous they're going to become.
The Hunting Party, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Transform your home with Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. Collectively, with over 40 years experience, our expert team has been designing porch enclosures, sunrooms, and awnings that bring comfort and style to your home.
Whether you're looking for protection from the sun or extra living space, we're here to help. Call now to schedule a no-obligation design. We're offering a free electric recessed fireplace with your sunroom purchase, or get a free upgrade to a motorized awning with an awning purchase. Coastline Sunrooms and Awnings. We show up.
Welcome to Kelly's Outdoors, your local outdoor superstore in Millsboro. We carry everything you need this hunting season, from waterfowling gear to deer hunting essentials, bows, tree stands, ammo, and apparel from brands like Drake and Nomad. We also have a wide selection of saltwater and freshwater fishing gear and crabbing supplies for your next day on the water. Kelly's Outdoors now has a wide supply of guns, pistols, and rifles from Rattay, Browning, Winchester, Savage, Beretta, Sig, Springfield, and Smith & Wesson. Before your next outdoor adventure, visit Kelly's Outdoors in Millsboro today.
Now on Coast TV News.
Super Bowl win for the Birds. Eagle fans waking up this morning celebrating a championship.
We're looking at a calm and chilly Monday for Delmarva. Then another winter storm late Tuesday into Wednesday will bring accumulating snow. Then rain and milder after that. I'll pinpoint the snow on Futurecast next.
Charging at Convention Center, the plan being considered in Rehoboth Beach to add more EV stations.
Delaware blocks attempts on DOGE, the move made by its Attorney General against the Trump administration's efforts to end wasteful government spending.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And we're getting a live look at the Superdome in New Orleans this morning. This is the site of the Eagles' first appearance in the big game. That one was 44 years ago, and they lost to the Raiders then. This morning, they are celebrating as Super Bowl champions with a 40-22 win over the Chiefs. And our breaking news as we start this half hour, it took place hours ago in that building, and now this is the scene closer to home. And this is one of the large bars in Philadelphia where many fans gathered for a watch party.
Safe to say they're happy fans. They're celebrating the Eagles' second Super Bowl title in the past 7 years. And the next step is a Super Bowl championship parade in Philadelphia. If you are thinking of making the trek up to see that, the city has yet to announce the official date, but sources say the early indication of that could be a Thursday, February 13th.
Yeah, we're approaching 6:30 on this Monday morning. We'll see how much this week's weather affects parade plans.
Yeah, but Philly fans will be at that parade, rain or shine. I think so. Well, Bob, I know snow is in the future, but not today.
No, not today. Good morning, Elisa and Matt. It's the calm before the storm today as we're looking at chilly conditions out the door. 33 in Red and 34 in Delmar. Indian River Inlet 36 for you and the same for Bethany Beach. We've got light winds coming out of the north, so make sure you bundle up. We have some clouds as well, and there have been radar returns, a little bit of snow and rain, especially southern tip of Delmarva. A little disturbance sliding through, maybe a few flurries down there, but we have high pressure and a lot of dry air at the surface. There's that disturbance now moving off the outer banks. Otherwise, the system we're watching is now coming out of the southwest. That will spread rain and snow across the plains, and then that snow and rain will be coming our way as we go later Tuesday and Wednesday. But this morning we're calm and cold. Temperatures in the mid-30s. Mid-morning still some clouds. Then we'll see more in the way of sunshine. Late morning 30s and low 40s, and around 43 in Seaford at 2 p.m. The same for Millsboro, 39 in Lewis. So colder 30s at the beaches and a pretty chilly afternoon. If you're going for a run, not bad. The winds are light, but bundle up. We're looking at dry conditions too. Temperatures in the 30s to around 40 by noon. Much more on the code red for tomorrow for accumulating snow later Tuesday, coming up a little bit later on.
Bob, and for continued coverage of this expected winter weather for Tuesday night, listen to all of our radio stations, download our Coast TV News First Alert Weather app, and follow our live updates. We are your source for this winter storm.
And here's a programming note for you. Mark this down. Tune in to Coast Life later today at 4 p.m. You will hear straight from our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams about what to expect ahead of this storm.
And Del Duck crews throughout all of Delaware have been preparing all weekend for another wintry situation. Crews were out brighting roads ahead of possibly dangerous conditions, and the agency urges drivers to give the crew space for not only your safety, but also for the safety of the workers as they brine the roads.
Happening today, Rehoboth Beach officials, they are working on the city's 2026 fiscal year budget. The preliminary budget expenses, it's nearly $44 million, and that is an increase of over $5 million from what was approved for 2025. According to the proposed budget plans, Rehoboth Beach is looking to increase the pay for lifeguards and add 8 part-time ones. Their goal is to vote on the budget on March 21st.
New this morning, Rehoboth Beach officials are considering adding charging ports for electric vehicles at the city's convention center. What is being proposed are installing 2 level 2 dual port chargers, 1 level 3 dual port charger, and the combined cost of the chargers and the work required to get them set up and running would be over $114,000. The commissioners are also exploring getting a partial rebate from Delmarva Power.
And also in Rehoboth Beach, you may remember the commissioners there discussed possibly removing the Grove Park Canal dock in late January. Well, this is after cracks were found, and the city says it didn't see much use for the structure. Beacon Engineering is set to lead a new presentation on the dock. That'll be at that same meeting.
Happening today, discussion and possible action on a proposed development in Lewis that has been the topic of concern. According to the agenda, the mayor and city council will hold another hearing on the Overfall Preserve. This development wants to bring 90 townhomes along with amenities to Savannah Road. And in January, the Planning Commission discussed recommendations to alleviate traffic and safety concerns. These included ideas for street lighting and open space. And you may remember a few months ago, Big Lots announced they were closing all of their stores across the country. But since then, a few hundred locations have been bought and will remain open.
But as Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us, Milford is not one of those locations staying open, and people there say they're heartbroken.
For people like Julie Hattier,
it's really heartbreaking
that the Milford Big Lots is one of the locations set to close after the discount retail chain filed for bankruptcy in September.
I've been buying German pickles here for 20 years, and I come all the way from Millsboro about twice a year to get my pickle fix. It's just numerous items that are discounted here, and some of them you just can't find anywhere else.
CoastTV spoke with one employee who said the Milford Big Lots is expected to close in the next few weeks, but there is no official date for that yet. Sandy Bateman says she'll miss this store.
It's always sad when a store closes, you know, a small store, and there's a lot of memories with it, a lot of personal things, you know, that I would look for when I was in there, so it's just kind of sad to see it close.
And as the sign says, nothing is held back as far as discounts. Even the shelves themselves are for sale. And once shoppers return the cart for the final time, some of them I spoke with say they hope the location becomes a similar store with lots of discounted items, while others I spoke with say they hope it becomes a store more focused on clothing, like a Burlington or a TJ Maxx. In Milford, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
We are now taking a live look outside at the White House, and President Donald Trump says he's announcing tariffs on steel and aluminum today. And Canada produces about a quarter of U.S. steel imports, and Mexico supplies about half of that. Analysts say the upside of the tariffs is they might help domestic producers, but the downside could be higher prices for Americans. U.S. Steel Corporation is struggling so much it unsuccessfully tried to sell itself to a Japanese company last month.
It was sort of a situation where an eye for an eye left everybody blind.
Trump announced these new tariffs while on Air Force One on Sunday, headed to the Super Bowl.
A federal judge has ruled to restrict the Elon Musk-led government efficiency team from accessing a critical Treasury Department payment system. The order stops the access temporarily and demands the destruction of any downloaded information. The suit alleges that the team led by Musk has been unlawfully granted access to the system that previously was restricted to government employees.
The states on Delmarva are responding to this move. Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown and Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings have both joined a lawsuit against Musk and his team. This is a statement from Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings about the ruling against Musk, saying in part, quote, "This was a flagrant violation of Delawareans' privacy, and I'm grateful to the court for taking quick and decisive action to protect our state," unquote.
Got a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, decision on tip deduction. We'll tell you about the new move to ensure servers get their tips in full.
Also, Hurts so good. The big game by the Eagles QB1 and leading the team to a Super Bowl win. We will hear from Hurts and head coach Nick Sirianni.
And 2 Delaware State University students are safe after a plane crash. We'll tell you what authorities say led to that emergency landing. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
Calling any old contractor to solve a home performance or comfort issue in your home might wind up with you getting their solution rather than solving your problem. Start with a professional energy audit. Buying a new or used home, upgrading your HVAC system or crawl space, if your home's drafty or you have poor indoor air quality problems, get an energy audit. A thorough energy audit will figure out the cause of the problems rather than just treating the symptoms. For more information on FLC Energy, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
No strangers here, just friends you haven't met yet. With comfortable outdoor seating and an authentic Irish bar, Irish Eyes in Milton is a local favorite by the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes in Lewis with ample free parking, a gorgeous waterfront patio, extensive menu favorites, and the best happy hour on the water. Book our Lewis room for all of life's celebrations. With a lovely panoramic view, in-house chef, and a professional team to make your next event one to remember. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
6:39 on our Monday morning, seeing some brighter skies on the gutter helmet cam. Some clouds as well. Sun's up now before 7. How about that at 6:57? It's cold out there. Temperatures above freezing. We're in the low to mid 30s all across Delmarva. So bundle up out the door. Light breeze out of the north making it feel just a little colder. And we have some of those high clouds. Radar has been indicating maybe a little bit of snow or rain aloft. Well to our south with the disturbance. Maybe a few flurries there. But we still have high pressure in place, and that will be keeping us dry today. Bus stop forecast for the kiddos. Chilly start. Bundle them up off to school. 33 degrees. Heading home dry and chilly and 42. Congratulations to Ann Cross from Ocean Pines, Maryland. She has a new umbrella courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
On your screen now is a Delaware State University student aviation plane that had to make an emergency landing after the Delaware River and Bay authorities say it ran out of fuel. It caused it to land in the grass and flip over. And according to Carlos Holmes, the director of news services at DSU, thankfully, both students suffered only minor injuries in that emergency landing.
Time is running out for those looking to run for school boards in Delaware. The deadline to file for the election is Friday, March 7th. Candidates must be at least 18 years old, live in the district they seek to represent, and pass a background check. Seats are open in Cape Henlopen, the Delmar School District, Indian River, Laurel, also in the Seaford and Woodbridge school districts.
What a Monday morning. What a feeling waking up as Super Bowl champions. Perhaps some of you never even went to bed celebrating the Eagles' win. They rule the football world by dethroning the Kansas City Chiefs and winning Super Bowl 59. It was a great start for the Birds in this one. They set the tone early. Here's their second possession. Jalen Hurts to former Penn State Nittany Lion Jahan Dotson. First, it's ruled a touchdown. Replay would place the ball at the 1. Now, it's a good thing the Eagles got a good short yardage package. Tush push time. 7-0 Eagles. We go midway through the second. Mahomes rolling, throwing. Cooper DeJean intercepting, and he is running like Forrest Gump. Touchdown Eagles, a 17-0 lead. The lead would go to 27-0. Here's third quarter, and the dagger hurts to Devontae Smith. Touchdown Eagles. A dominating win over the Chiefs team that has dominated the NFL this decade. 40-22 your final. The Birds are Super Bowl champs.
It definitely took a team effort, took a group effort, and only thing I can think about is all the effort, all the work that was put in over the course of time. And I think we had a focused group out there.
It's hard to say that when you won 16 out of your last 17, but there was adversity. There's adversity constantly. And I think we did a good job of embracing that, the ups and downs of a season, and getting better from the things that we went through.
Well, what a ride the 2024 season was for the Eagles and their fans, and now they own a second Super Bowl title, their 5th overall NFL championship. Philadelphia, you are Super Bowl champs. And Eagle fans might already be making that call if they can get off of work today. Well, we'll have plenty of company. USA Today is reporting that more than 22.5 million people across the U.S. plan to miss work. That's up 40% from a year ago, but researchers also found that only 2% say they plan to call in sick. Another 2% say they plan to ghost their employer and just not show up. Elisa, you would never do that.
No, that's not a smart choice. Well, coming up tonight on DSN, it's a basketball double feature between UMES and Howard. At 5:30, both the women's teams will face off, and at 8 p.m., the men will then take the court. And then at 10:30, it's the final score. On the DSN Plus app, along with those games of the night we just mentioned, at 4 p.m., you can watch Seaford take on Cambridge, South Dorchester in boys basketball. Also at 4 p.m., Worcester Prep will play Delmarva Christian in girls basketball. At 5:15, Howard Vocational Tech will take on St. George's in boys basketball. And at 6 p.m., Pocomoke and Parkside will go head-to-head in, of course, girls basketball. And while the Super Bowl took place in New Orleans, it was a busy weekend for award shows in Hollywood. David Daniels highlights in today's Hollywood Minute.
Hi, I'm Annie. Hi, I'm Annie. You don't have cash? Let's go to the ATM.
A huge weekend for Honora. Sean Baker's comic drama took top honors from the Directors Guild of America, the Producers Guild of America, and the Critics' Choice Awards. Ramel Ross won the DGA's first-time feature film honors for Nickel Boys.
Do you need assistance?
The Wild Robot took the PGA's prize for animated film, and it cleaned up at the Annie Awards, honoring the best in animation. It took home 9 trophies, including Best Feature. The Latvian film Flow received 2 Annies for Best Writing and Best Independent Animated Feature. Both films are up for the Oscar for Animated Feature Film.
Let's see, no one wants to hear what a kid wrote last month.
Well, I like your songs.
And A Complete Unknown was the top honoree at AARP The Magazine's Movies for Grown-Ups Awards. The Bob Dylan film, which is up for 8 Oscars, was named Best Picture for Grown-Ups and Best Time Capsule. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We're starting to see daylight now in the Tunnel and Razor Camp. Some cloud cover in Lewis, 35. It's a calm and chilly Monday, then another round of accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday, followed by rain and milder temperatures. I'll track the snow and have amounts coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on CoastTV.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family in funeral services offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $17.45, or choose to have a small visitation service serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Simply respectful.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
The weather is brought to you by Royal Plus. In disaster's wake, there's only one call to make.
When you have damage caused by frozen or burst pipes, getting help fast is crucial. Royal Plus offers immediate and professional cleanup services if you should suffer damage from frozen pipes. Our water extraction and restoration repair technicians are experts at restoring any structure, location, or property type, and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to respond to your water emergency. In disaster's wake, there's one call to make. Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
The time is now 6:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Laurel. Bob, that sun is starting to peek through the clouds there. We didn't have the sun on Saturday. We had it yesterday. And now today we're just enjoying this clear weather as we're getting snow tomorrow night.
That's it. That's the forecast in a nutshell, Elisa. But we're looking at the calm before the storm today, and we're looking at, we'll call it mostly cloudy skies today. An active week ahead for Delmarva. Want to remind you, too, to scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app, an important tool to have with the storm coming our way. Accumulating snow later Wednesday, then a wintry mix. Then I think it changes to rain on Wednesday. It's a 1-2 punch of storm. The second one comes in late Wednesday and Thursday with a mix maybe to start, then mostly rain. So this snow is not going to be sticking around like the first big snowstorm of the season because it's going to warm up and then we're going to see rain, I think, middle to end part of the week with temperatures even in the 50s by Thursday. But we do have a winter storm watch for pretty much everybody. This goes into effect later tomorrow and continues until 1 p.m. on Wednesday. All of Sussex County for accumulating snow from Delmar to Ocean View, Lewis over to Georgetown too, Salisbury back through Ocean City. You too are in this winter storm watch, as is the Eastern Shore into Wednesday. We're not alone. Much of Delmarva, southern Jersey, back through D.C. is under that watch. This pink area is a winter storm warning through Virginia, and I suspect our watches will turn into warnings as we go into tomorrow. with the snow coming. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-30s right now. It's cold. We have a northerly breeze making it feel just a little colder. We have some clouds, and radar is indicating snow and rain, but this is falling aloft. It's just way too dry at the surface for any of that, but maybe a little bit of rain shower, snow flurry activity, southern tip of Delmarva. Then we're watching a system moving out of the southwest, and that will move into the plains, and we'll start to see snow and rain developing, and then that system will bring us the wintry precip tomorrow evening. So let's walk you through it on Futurecast. This is this morning, some of those clouds fading away to sunshine, and by early afternoon, lower 40s inland, 30s at the beaches, and we're looking at clear skies early this evening, and then overnight is quiet. Then the clouds increase tomorrow morning as temperatures rise above freezing. By noon, we're into the upper 30s, so any snow that starts to fall around 2 o'clock probably won't stick to the roads. It'll stick to the grassy surfaces, metal objects, but then once that sun goes down and temperatures get colder and the snow picks up in intensity, that's when travel could become treacherous. Snow-covered roads, slushy conditions. Here's 8:30 with the steady to heavy snow, maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow per hour. By Wednesday morning, the snow does start to slacken off a little bit and then maybe turning into a little bit of drizzle as we go through the day. Here's this pink area from Salisbury to Ocean View, which is snow, some sleet and rain, and then mainly snow north and west of that line. So I'm thinking about 3 to 6 inches for a good chunk of Sussex County, closer to 3 along the beaches where there could be some of that sleet and rain mixed in, and then north of Highway 9, at least 6 inches of snow. So it's going to be a good snowmaker, but then it's going to get washed away because we have another system coming Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and then that will finally start to clear out as we go later in the day. So we've got the snow and we've got the rain that will total at least an inch, inch and a half as we go into Thursday morning. Paul, they have a 7-day forecast, 43 dry today, then the code red Tuesday for accumulating snow, 38 degrees, and then a yellow alert for a wintry mix changing to rain Wednesday, and then just showers Thursday, 52. Dry and colder Valentine's Day, 39. And then for the weekend, looking at just plain rain Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you, Bob. Tips for waiters, waitresses, servers. This was a campaign issue in the most recent presidential election, and now there are new protections from Delaware to ensure those getting the tips get to keep the tips. The new ruling mandates that credit card processing fees do not get taken out of their tip money. Brian Elliott is a server at Geo's and says he's never had to deal with this issue, but for those that have or do, he thinks the answer is simple.
You just raise your prices. I mean, raise the price on your food if you want to get an extra 3%. Raise your, what's the big deal with raising your price 3%?
The Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings said this on the issue, quote, "The vast majority of servers rely on tips as their primary compensation. With the cost of living on the rise, those funds matter more than ever," unquote.
The time is now 6:51, so we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
All right, we got one new one this hour on your screen. This is a curious cat. There we go. And a beanie baby. As you can see, both are super cute, but seem to have different personalities. Trying to get the beanie baby there. Both pets were submitted to us by Laurel in Milford. Now we got another one there. There you go, beanie baby.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
Yep, scan that QR code at the top. Get your friends to us here, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It is a cold and dry Monday morning. Seeing some clouds on the gutter helmet cam right now, 35 degrees. It's a calm and chilly Monday. The proverbial calm before the storm, and then another round of accumulating snow later Tuesday into Wednesday, then turning milder with just plain rain later in the week. A very active pattern. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
All the natural light of the great outdoors, right in your dining room. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors. All the solitude of the outdoors, without the bad Wi-Fi connection. Shell Brothers, find your great indoors.
Winter is here and it's time to stay cozy. But is your heating system ready to play its part? Don't roll the dice on comfort or safety. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating maintenance and safety inspection. We'll fine-tune your system so it's ready to tackle winter's chill. No sweat or shivers. With nearly 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Camp Rehoboth Chorus celebrates their 15th season performing on Broadway on Valentine's Day weekend. Featuring the best of Broadway show tunes and musicals, this concert features hits from Mamma Mia, Hair, Jersey Boys, and Hello Dolly. Performances are February 14th and 15th at 7 p.m. and Sunday matinee on February 16th at 3 p.m. at Epworth United Methodist Church in Rehoboth Beach. Tickets are $30 and $15 for students. Available at camprehoboth.org. Sponsored by CoastTV.
It's the President's Day sale too big for just one store. February 13th through the 21st at Donaway Furniture in Ocean City, Bethany Resort Furnishings in Bethany, and the new Home Living by Donaway in West OC. Save store-wide on in-stock and custom items. Get 10% off any purchase, 15% off purchases of $19.99 or more, and 20% off $49.99 or more. And as always, veterans and active duty military, law enforcement, and first responders get an additional 5% off. See you there.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
The time is now 6:55, and here are the things you need to know before you go. The Eagles have won Super Bowl 59, and they set off some wild celebrations in the streets of Philadelphia. We have some video of that for you, and not the most safe of crowds, with some fireworks being set off in the streets in Center City. And if you are familiar with Philadelphia, this is the area of Chestnut Street.
A little bit safer area, Rehoboth Beach, and new charging ports at the convention center for electric vehicles are being reviewed. There are 2 different types that could be installed there, 2 level 2 dual port chargers and 1 level 3 dual port charger. The commissioners are exploring getting a partial rebate from Delmarva Power for the charging stations.
And happening today in Rehoboth Beach, officials are working on the city's 2026 fiscal year budget. The preliminary budget expenses nearly $44 million. That is an increase over $5 million from what was approved for 2025. And according to the proposed budget plans, Rehoboth Beach is looking to increase the pay for lifeguards and add 8 part-time ones. This goal is to vote on the budget in March 21st.
And check this out on your screen here. A Delaware State University student aviation plane had to make an emergency landing after the Delaware River and Bay authorities say it ran out of fuel. It caused it to land in the grass and then, as you can see, flip over. According to Carlos Holmes, director of news services at DSU, thankfully both students suffered only minor injuries in that landing.
It is 6:56, and we are going to bring back in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey.
Exciting day for Eagle fans, but some exciting weather you're tracking, and not the good type of excitement.
Yeah, that's right. We are looking at that winter weather building in later Tuesday, but today is the calm before the storm, so good day to prepare. Make sure you have your snow shovel handy and make sure you have all your supplies ready to go. We're looking at 30s and then lower 40s for highs today, around 43. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. A code red kicks in tomorrow afternoon for accumulating snow into the evening, about 3 to 6 inches. That changes to rain on Wednesday with a high of 41 with a yellow alert. Thursday 52, a drier Valentine's Day, and then more rain heading into the weekend as the unsettled pattern continues.
Hey Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Stick with us for Coast TV Midday at 11.
Until then, have a great Monday morning, everybody.